Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sifunde incwadi ebhalwe ngolimi lwesiZulu bese siza la sizokhuluma ngazo le ndaba esifundile senzela laba phela abasuke bengenazo isikhathi sokuthi bayifunde incwadi nalabo abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senza ama-reviews ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma nga any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. Once again guys, I am with my daughter here, so she's playing. You might hear her in the background. Okay, she's happy, she's playing with her toy there. So yeah, just try and listen to me. We are mothering while working. So uma ngabe uqala ujoina namhlanje and you happen to like our content, you guys please press the subscribe button la ngezansi, and also press the notification bell eduze ukasubscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. Now you guys, I did watch both the episodes of Uyajola 99 yesterday. Very dramatic, very funny for the most part, and we are still going to talk about it because this is one of those shows where when I do a review, it's just for us to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of laughter. But you know, with Moja Love guys, there's always this serious issue that comes up all the time when it comes to Moja Love, and that is an issue of abuse and how they handle and deal with the issues of abuse, especially physical abuse, you guys. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, yesterday on one of yesterday's episodes, it really became a little bit uncomfortable, Izolo, when I was watching it, because part of me had thought that they had taken care of this issue, because it was raised. I think it was season 1 when that petition was signed, because a lot of people felt men were not really being protected when it came to being physically abused during these episodes. We do understand that it's usually a heated situation between the two partners, because obviously it's about cheating and all of that, but they allow too much to happen when it comes to physical abuse or Moja Love. Last night, you guys, one thing that I've realized that Moja Love is doing, because after the people had complained a lot about physical abuse on Uyajola 99, is that they started bringing, like, having a lot of like security around the people when that confrontation is taking place. So we always get these people dressed in black, women and men, that are trying to keep the people apart. But I also feel like Moja Love thinks we're stupid, because a lot of this time you're starting to see that it's not necessarily that they prevent the people from physically fighting, but they make sure that the camera moves away when someone is being hit or whatever. When they are being physically abused, they move the camera away. So they almost like pretend as if it's not really taking place when it is. And sometimes you do see the hits here and there, but immediately when that starts to happen during the episodes, they do move the camera away. It's almost like they think we're so stupid that we will think a woman is not hitting a man just because she hit once, and then they move the camera away. It's such a worry, you guys, because it just tells us what Moja Love once again does not take the issues of abuse seriously, you guys. And just as much as we make so much noise about women being abused when we see it on Moja Love and any other TV station, we do need to make just as much noise when it comes to men being abused, you guys. Yesterday, that man was being hit by that woman, I think that what we saw, judging from how he was looking, and at the end of the episode, how he looked like he really wants this whole thing to now be over, and at some point he really physically wanted to defend himself now, which really was going to be another case of us screaming now if he ever hit that woman, because he did try. He was just tired, he was getting hit, he was slapped, he was punched. You know, there's so much that we saw last night, and they were trying to hide it because they would move the camera away on Moja Love. And I feel like, you guys, I don't know how we accept it when it comes to this TV station. Of course, like we enjoy all of the drama that they show us and everything, but I feel like at this time there is so much that we're dealing with in South Africa when it comes to not just women abuse, just the abuse in relationship. Gender-based violence means that it's gender-based violence. It's not just women; it's men as well that are getting abused. And for it to happen in front of so many people, because when they shoot Moja Love, there's usually so many people around, and they don't take it seriously, and it's almost like a joke to everybody there. And honestly, even with me, sometimes I have to remind myself, because no, this is wrong. Just because it's a man, it's not just all fun and games. This man is getting hit by this woman, and this is wrong, you guys. I do feel like we have to act like we would act if a woman was getting hit like that on national television, and we can't overlook it, anymore with Moja Love. I do feel like there's so much of footage that Umoja Love has of people being physically abused, that they don't do anything about it. For them, it is just content, and it's starting to get uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like they should be doing everything that they can to make sure that, when those people are going through that confrontation, they don't come closer to each other. I think it would just still be as dramatic for us, the viewers, because they will still be confronting each other, even if they're attempting to hit each other. But there are so many security people there that it must never happen, because there's enough people to prevent it from happening. I think sometimes the security people do move away to allow them to have that explosion, and it always ends up being physical. And I think it's intentional on Moja Love's. They want to create the picture of them doing everything they can to prevent violence, but not really. And I think that's why I'm saying what's Moja Love thinks we're stupid, because they want to look like they're preventing it, but not really. They enjoy it when it happens. There is even a time where one of the security people was actually holding back laughter when a man was getting hit Zulu by a woman, and the person is the one that is supposed to be pulling them apart, and is supposed to prevent it from getting to that place where anybody's hit. And was it a woman? Yeah. No, it wasn't a woman, it was a man, and he's laughing about it. So I do feel like, guys, as much as we enjoy these shows like Umoja Love, I do feel like we need to point it out when these things happen. I feel like they're pushing it when it comes to the abuse, and we've seen it with women as well when Unkanyezi was going through that on Umdeni. But it's not less important when it happens to a man. It's just as important, and I think that it's just as important for us to make as much noise as possible when it happens. It is not okay, Moja Love. It is not okay. Like, somebody should not be abused like that just so we can get entertainment as viewers. I don't think that it is, and it will be sad if the show gets cancelled at some point because of this, because I really feel like this is something that they could easily fix. They already have so many security people there. There's no reason that anybody should get a chance to hit anybody. We can enjoy the drama, someone trying to fight and all of that, but they must never actually get to fight, because there's so many people there to actually prevent that from happening. Last night's episode, guys, I cringed a little bit. I did not like seeing that happen to him, and we've seen it on Moja Love before, and I did not like seeing Moja Love pretend to stop it when they actually look like they were not. I did not like seeing that. I would like to see real effort from them, making sure that these two people, because it's a heated situation, don't come close to each other, because they were trying to make sure that there is no physical violence. It was too much for me. It got a little bit uncomfortable, and I do feel like us as viewers as well, just as much as we take women abuse as important and serious, we need to do the same when it's men. We want to be entertained, but we don't want people to be abused just so we can be entertained. And I think that this is something that Moja Love needs to take seriously and stop treating us like fools. We can see what you're doing. We can see it. We can see when you move the camera away. And moving a camera away doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It means that it did happen, So, yeah, you guys, I don't know how you felt about it. It was too much for me. I wish that they could do more to prevent those things from from happening. In fact, nje ama-physical fights, even those enjoy ukwabuka phela, but I think kusuke kunabantu enough there to prevent it. So I never understand how it gets to that point. You have like almost 10 people trying to prevent these 3 people from getting to each other. How do you fail, you know? Anyway, you guys, that's all that I wanted to say on this issue. Please like the video before niphume kuyona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngithanda kakhulu.